It's convenient to launch Visual Studio Code from the console. So throughout this course, you will see me navigate to my dev folder and somewhere within the, let me do a dir here. And let's go to Hello World. So cd Hello World. Now, if I want to open up this project from the console with Visual Studio Code, and once again, I'm in MacOS here, I just type code and then period for this current directory, and it will launch Visual Studio Code. Okay, now how does this magic work? So you have to add the path to where Visual Studio Code is installed on your Macintosh. For your Windows users, when you install Visual Studio Code, you get the option, which is selected by default, to add the path to where the you install Visual Studio Code on your computer. So you can already do this without even knowing that you can do it. But Mac users have to take an extra step. Okay, so let me quit Visual Studio Code. And let me go to my downloads folder. So let me just open up another terminal here. I'll do shell new window. And let me make that bigger so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to go to my downloads folder. So cd downloads. And I'm going to see if anything's in there. So DS Store, nothing. Okay, so when you download Visual Studio Code on the Mac, right? Let's go there. Let's open up a browser and go to Visual Studio Code download. Ooh, there we go. Visual. I can't type today. Okay, download. So I'm going to download it for the Mac. And so we see that little download happen. So if I go to my downloads folder, and now you see that I have the, now it will unload it, it will unzip it automatically. So dir. So that's what you get. When you download it, it downloads the zip file, automatically unzips it, and it gives you the Visual Studio Code. Now there's spaces in there, okay? And that's okay. But what you have to do now is drag that Visual Studio Code app or copy it, right? So I'll go up here, since most folks who are not used to the terminal, this is how you would do it. So you go to your users directory, okay, and then go to your downloads folder, and you can see Visual Studio Code right there, right? What you want to do, you can do this a couple different ways. You can right click and copy, okay, and then if you have an applications folder in your user directory, then that's where I prefer you install it, right? If you don't have an applications folder, you can create one. A lot of folks go ahead and put it in their main applications folder, and that's okay too, right? The point is, wherever you decide to copy, right, that file, you know, Visual Studio Code.app, right? Just make sure you make a note of where you put it, right? Like I say, my recommendation is go to your users directory, create an applications folder, that's with a capital A, and then put it in there. And that's what I've done. Okay, so I have Visual Studio Code app located in my applications folder. So, and the reason I make a point of this is because what I'm going to show you next will make a whole lot more sense. Okay, now I'm going to navigate back up to my home directory. And of course, once again, the way that you know in the terminal you're in your home directory is you have this tilde that shows you that's where you're at. Okay, so what you need to do now is, since we've set our terminal or shell to bash, right? We have a .bash underscore profile. So we need to edit, and I'm going to use VI, okay, .bash underscore profile. And what you need to do is add this line. You need to export path. Okay. I'll put that line in the comments section below. Okay. So what you need to do is edit your .bash underscore profile and then export the path, export space path equals, and then this is a string in quotes, tilde, which means your home directory / applications. That's the assumption, that it's in the applications folder located in your users directory, and then visual space studio space code.app / contents resources / app, content / resources / app / ben, and then colon, and then $path. And what that does is it adds the location of the Visual Studio Code's bin directory to the path. Okay. Now, once you create this line in your in your .bash profile, then what you want to do is you want to quit and save it. Okay. So once you save your bash profile, then you want to, close your window. And when you reopen your terminal windows, then you'll be able to type code . Now, if you can't do that after you've set that path, and you want to make sure that you've set that path correctly, okay? But that's how you do it. All right, and that's it. You should be able to open up your terminal and then navigate to your project folder and type code followed by a dot, and you'll launch Visual Studio Code in that project folder. And that's the way you do it.